Welcome back to another episode here on the Craig Collects channel. My name is Craig, and you know it, I collect. Today, Variety Saturday, we are starting off with some pre-decimal. We are starting off with Australian 1 penny coins. Now, I'm not as up to date on 1 penny coins as I am on modern currency, so I've got my cheat books here, all the guides from Renix. What I'm probably going to do is lay everything out by decade, and then we will look through them decade by decade and see if we've got anything interesting. So what we've got on this side, I've got 11 hand-wrapped rolls, probably by the previous owner. There's £5 worth of 1 penny, I believe, in there. And on this side, we've got 10 rolls of loose coins. Now, we're putting on gloves because the loose coins are in quite rubbish condition, quite manky, so there will be a lot of crap on there. I need a Coin Patrol patented dirty mug, but I don't have one of those. So what I do know about the pennies is this is an Australian penny. It's got either the kangaroo on the reverse or the words 1 penny for the old ones. They were issued between 1911 and 1964. You've got George V, George VI, and Queen Elizabeth II on them. They are minted in a number of different places, from London across Melbourne, Perth, I believe some in Sydney, and even India and Bombay and Calcutta. So as I say, I'm going to lay these out. We've got 40s and 50s at the moment. Here's a 1920s penny. That's quite lovely. 20s. Let's get this going. There's a 30s. 20s, so we go teens up. You can't see that. Well, teens up the top here. We've got the 20s, the 30s. So teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and Queen Elizabeth 60s down here. So we'll hit super fast coin mode as I work through these, and I'll bring you back in a little while, and we'll talk about what we've got and what we are looking for. Alright, I've had to do some zooming out. To get everything in shot. We've got a bunch of UK pennies, 1 New Zealand penny. We've got the teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. We've got one here which we'll have to look at under the microscope to see what it is. We've got extra poles of 58, 43, 51, 52, because we've got so many of those. We are only missing 6 years. We are missing 1914, 1925, 1930, 1931, 1937, and 1954. So, a lot of green verdigris coins, a lot of rusty coins, a lot of other coins in the box here. We've thrown those away. I'm going to go through these now, and I will bring you back in as we go through it and see what we're looking for. Right, so sorting through everything and piling them into date order took a number of hours. So I stopped for dinner, and while I did, I read up and found that we are only missing 4 dates, because 2 of the dates there was no coins produced. So we're only missing 1914, 1925, 1930, and 1931. All of which are relatively low minted, especially the 1930, which only has a known mintage of about 1200. So grabbing our handy Australian pre-decimal coin varieties book, we are going to look through and see if we have any of these errors on these coins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, and if I find any of these errors, I will let you know. So what we've got, if we grab this 1911 here, this is the first year of Australia's own currency. This isn't in the best of shape. So this 1911 has the London die, some of them from 1916 onwards. So we've got London dies 1911 to 1915. 1916, 17 and 18 are the Indian die, and 1919 again is back to the London die. There are scarce and very scarce errors, rare errors. Let's see if we've got any of those. I will have a look through and bring you back in if any of those are there. Well, as it turns out, there are quite a lot of errors, especially with the early pennies, especially from 1919 and the early part of 1920 when they first started minting them in Australia. I've been at this for quite a few hours now and I'm not getting anywhere. I have pennies strewn all over my desk. You can see some out here. What I've done is I've pulled out the best from each year that we've got. So starting from 1911, we're missing the 1914, 1925, 1930, 1931. There was no coin mint in 37 or 54. And we go through to the last minted penny here in 1964. This is the best of what I've got. Obviously with some like here, I will try and find better ones for my collection, but this is going into my collection. If I get a chance, I will come back to you guys and show you some of the errors that I have found. But at the moment I am on a time crunch because it's pretty busy IRL at the moment, and this has taken me all of this evening on the back of a very long work day. And I've still got to edit it, and there's only about 3 days before this is supposed to go live. So if you are seeing some of the error, if you have seen some of the errors, great. If not, I'm sorry, this is a short video. There will be more coming. We've got quite a lot more coming from this estate lot. We'll have an update video on the pennies. We will have all the rest of the pre-decimal stuff. The 1 and 2 cent coins, the 5 cent coins, 10 cent coins, and the 20 cent coins are probably going to take 2, if not 3 episodes each. So I will see you for all of that. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you believe it deserved a like. If you haven't yet, subscribe. If you want to contact me, my email and social media details are in the description below this video. Otherwise, I will be back on Tuesday with another 50 cent coin hunt. Will we find the last 2 winning for the book? Who knows? I will see you then. Bye.